Loves Jeray Malay, girl from around the way, where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm coming to you with some commentary about Katt Williams and this interview that he did with Shannon Sharpe on Club Shay Shay, y'all. I know we've all seen the clips circulating, and we all have some things to kind of discuss. Before I get into it, though, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell notification so that way you are notified whenever I post a video. Greatly appreciated it because I'm trying to get to that 10K by the end of the day, baby, period, point to blank, y'all. Let's just hop into it. Before I get into my commentary, truly, I want to just say that I know a lot of people are just here for, the shits and giggles and the laughs and all of it, but I really want to say that I'm a real fan of comedy. I want to just start off by saying, one of my all-time favorite comedians is somebody by the name of Paul Mooney. A lot of people don't know him in this generation. Maybe y'all do. Maybe I know Paul Mooney and all of his works, but if you're interested in some, if you're interested in some real OG comedy, do watch one of his specials just for shits and giggles. I mean, don't watch them around your White Walkers, okay? Because that's not one of those things. Watch it alone when you're in the company of other kinfolk, period. Had this podcast. He's going around and he's interviewed quite a few people. I feel like the most recent interview that he just had was with who was that? Kirk Franklin, which, not for nothing, that interview was good. It was a little progressive about the black church and things of that nature, but I don't really watch Shannon Sharpe, in all honesty. I might, watch a few clips here and there. He does have a lot of the comedians come on, and again, I am a fan of comedy, so, I watched a few clips here and there, but I don't know. I watched him in another podcast, and he just gives me hubba bubba, I don't know. It just gives me a little raccoon. I don't know. I could be wrong, y'all. Y'all can check me. Drop down in the comments if you know otherwise. But it's just something about him that gives me a little raccoon. I don't know why. Well, anyway, he starts off his New Year's with an S at the end, period. With Katt Williams, and we all have known Katt to be a very funny man. He somehow lost his stride after a few major roles in Hollywood, but he has always been a person that has told the truth, okay? Or he comes off as a truth teller, is what I will say. So, girl, he done went down there at the Club Shay Shay and got the comedians all shaking the table, and he really just did not hold back. He mentioned everybody from Tyler Perry to Diddy to Rickey Smiley, Cedric the Entertainer, Kevin Hart, and this is just the beginning of the list, bitch, okay? He went off, and I seen a comment underneath the interview. It was a 2-hour-long interview, child. Somebody said it was as long as The Color Purple, which, to those of you who have watched The Color Purple review, I do appreciate it. I've been chit-chatting with some of you all. I just love when we can have a common place of things that we just truly enjoy. You know what I mean? That is just one of the things that I just really, really just, really thoroughly enjoy with sharing with people in my real life and people, in my virtual space. So anyway, so the first person who we'll address on Katt Williams' hit list was Rickey Smiley. Okay, so Rickey Smiley was recently on Club Shay Shay in his multicolored sweater. I mean, he looked good, girl. And he's let it be known that he was supposed to play the character of Money Mike. And, Katt Williams flamed him for that because he's like, you mean to tell me the man who can't even say cuss words was supposed to play a pimp? And, he says that he was, a vital part of the film. And, they told him at the last minute that they were going to that he was going to play the Santa Claus. And he was just so unsure. And Katt came back with the no, Miss Lady. He was never supposed to play that part. In fact, he was so egregious during the making of the film because he was saying that nobody would be able to recognize him, that he, just made us think the whole time that he was, on set. Rickey Smiley responded on the radio, girl, and I'm only going to play a clip. I'll play a little piece here.
And the rest is history. Had no reason. I just want to clarify that. Had no reason to lie about that. As a matter of fact, my manager at the time, Gary Abdo, who is still one of my best friends, who also helped start my career, and he's the owner of the Atlanta Comedy Theater in Atlanta. We got him on the phone just to clarify.
And from what it sounds to me, it's a whole bunch of ands and uhs, nah. Someone said that, Katt Williams done flamed him so bad they gotta take the high road on this one. And it feels a little like he is trying to take the high road, because although I do feel like what Katt is saying holds a lot of truth, I believe him. I do believe him. He claims that he's never messed around with drugs. He only was messing around with marijuana because he needs to sleep and he needs to, what do you say? He needs to sleep and he has issues with eating, have issues with his appetite. Now, if y'all don't remember, he was out there getting choked out by that little boy. The little boy had him up in the headlock. That looked like something else than weed on that day, to me, from where I'm standing. But that's okay, not to say that, let's just talk down on people and their substance abuse issues or their addiction issues. And sometimes people indulge in these drugs, illicit drugs. It doesn't mean that they have an abuse problem, right? Okay, a lot of y'all was taking Molly's in the summer. Y'all not addicted to Molly right now. Y'all were exploring with illicit drugs. It doesn't mean that you had a problem. Come on. Okay, can I get an amen on that one? So I do think that he has a lot of validity in what he's saying. He talks about going to these Illuminati parties, and surprise, surprise, I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist. I know you all are very shocked and grasping your invisible pearls that I am a conspiracy theorist. Not really. Y'all gotta know. If y'all here on my channel, y'all gotta be a little conspiracy theorist anyway. High key, low key. Because that's how we give it up. But I do think that he is, I don't want to say he's upset, because this is the when you choose a path, the less beaten path, then you have to understand what it comes with. I think that he's just trying to shed light on the people who are deciding to play this oblivious game, like, oh, well, Katt, he was just on drugs. Oh, well, Katt, he just didn't choose right. Oh, well, Katt, he just didn't, the old clip of Katt Williams speaking on him resurfaced, of him saying that he was abusing drugs and that he was in this position. He pretty much got the ball. He fumbled it. He didn't put anybody on his platform. He didn't bring anybody up with him, which is completely not true. I mean, that clip didn't really age well, because we all know that he has gone on to work with people like shout out to Zeus Network one time, not Lumel Plummer. He need to be linking with them over there and get some comedy over there on the Zeus Network. I always got an idea for a network, don't I? Not Lumel. Lumel Plummer, Lunel, the actress and comedian who also did work with Zeus Network, by the way, just so happened. But also Red Grant, he's the one with the really terrible, like, hyena-like laugh, who was laughing so much during the Wanda interview.
Open it up. These people are on radio. They can't see anything.
Yeah, but you opened it up so we could see it.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, happy
whatever store is for the Black Lane Bryant.
That's right. Very.
When he flamed and roasted that lady like that, you big on the radio. And other comedians, they all kind of go out and he tour with him. And he still is touring. It's not as big, but I do think that whenever he comes to your town, it's selling out. I do believe that. But that clip is showing he did kind of circle back and he does help people. One of the things I would like to highlight about this interview was that he had paid for, I think her name was, I can't remember the girl's name. I'll just post a picture of her face here. He pretty much paid for her to have her star with Hollywood Walk of Fame because he didn't have the money to do so. He didn't have to do that. He did it out of the kindness of his heart. He also is a man who adopted 7 children. I mean, I got kids my own, girl. Okay, and I'm every day in denial. Like, did I really just do that? Okay, to adopt 7? Yeah, that takes a different type of heart. much like it takes a different type of heart to be like a nurse or whatever the case. Nowadays, these girls, they just taking nursing classes so they can buy them a little Louis bag. But y'all get the point. It takes a certain heart to do certain things. But I'm just really interested in this dialogue that it has. It's just shaking up the table. I love how fearless he is. He comes out swinging. He owns all of his comedy specials. He's now affiliated with Netflix. He talks about how people aren't funny. And then one of the things that really stuck out to me was the situation with Cedric the Entertainer. I've seen Cedric live multiple times. I do think that he's funny. At one point, do enjoy clean comedy, so to speak. And Cedric is one of those guys. But he goes on to say that, the Kings of Comedy, one of his major jokes, and if you are of a certain age group, you may or may not remember. I know this because we've always watched comedies growing up. But King of Comedies, I don't even know when it came out. I was a kid, but he's like doing this spaceship bit or whatever. Apparently, they're saying that Katt Williams did this originally at Comic View. He was saying that it was featured in the commercial. Everybody knows that he did that joke. And Cedric the Entertainer comes out and said, all of these years ago, and I've been funny, but he never denied and said, I did not take this joke. Because Katt made a joke about, if I see Cedric, I'm gonna bust him in the stomach, which is hilarious because we all know he got that big ass stomach. But he never said, you know what, I never did this. I never not took your joke. What he said was, I've been sold out X amount of years. And same thing that RICKEY SMILEY said, I've been sold out. I haven't been in no arenas, but I've been in theaters and I've been sold out. I do think that there is there's just something nasty about taking somebody else's creative work and process and using it as your own. I mean, even like in academia, they call it plagiarism. It's something different. And when you steal somebody's creative work, to me, even when like the girls are doing the whole TikToks and they see something that's viral and they kind of recreate it as their own and they go more viral, I just hate that in this new age and creator space. But girl, Katt Williams, somebody said he might tell a joke, but he'll never tell a lie, and I believe him. I believe every word that man said. Now, of course, he exaggerated. Of course, he downplayed a couple of things. He didn't talk about his situation and relationship with Hazel. Because remember, he bought Hazel a house in cash. In a Bentley in cash. I'm just wondering what type of piece of she's sitting on to get it purchased in cash, okay? Not for real, because girl. But, the interview was very interesting. He's a very smart man, and he is also very, he's comedically smart. He's spiritually intellectual, and there's something about him that I just can't quite put my finger on that makes you want to know more about what he's talking about. Okay? I want to know what you all think. Are y'all riding with Katt on this? Did he shake the table, or are you feeling like, nah, this ain't it? Drop down and let me know what you feel about this in the comments. I'll be around. Okay? As always, I'm sending you much love and much light, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.